Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to second episode of second Sakura Succubus. We slept for what feels like a long time. But I actually didn't normally. I'm recording the same day. I just got myself a fresh cup of tea, but yes, episode will be the next day, of course. Or should I say this episode is the next day after the previous one yesterday. Anyway. I'm sure I have a series of vivid dreams, but when I finally wake, I can't remember much of them. They feel fizzy. I can recall for deeply long black hair and pale skin. But that's about it. Oh well, it's not like it matters. I'm not the sort of person who places much stock in dreams, blood types, or star signs. I think it's all nonsense. What are you doing, doggo? I still feel tired after the events of last night. I was kept up pretty late. Maybe I should go back to bed. I lie back in my futon, ready to sleep, but something stirs me from my half-formed slumber. I can smell something truly amazing. The aroma is complex, multi-layered one, but I can catch definite hints of miso powder. And maybe green onions? Maybe. This smells even better than my mother's cooking. All of a sudden I feel incredibly hungry. I am as well, actually. I wonder if breakfast is ready. This ryokan has a communal dining room where guests can go and help themselves to breakfast. Isn't normal in ryokans for... I haven't seen the breakfast menu yet, but I imagine the food here is on the traditional side. White rice, yes, the best kind of rice. Fried fish, pickled plums, miso soup, and the like. I never prepare authentic Japanese breakfast when I'm back home. I don't have the time for it. I usually make do with toast. Similar. Until I got braces. Now I basically avoid anything that requires biting into. More or less. Rather less, but yeah. I can't remember the last time I ate a truly satisfying breakfast. My stomach's gurgling already! I wonder where the dining room is. Entranced by the wonderful aroma, I rise from my futon. I change out of my nightwear into my day-to-day clothes, then set off through the halls in search of some sustenance. It's relatively early in the mornings, about 7 or so. What are you doing up? The slide doors that line the hallway are all closed and I can't hear any noise from them. Maybe the other guests are still asleep. The smell leads me out of the ryokan and across the garden. It's a warm day, the sky bright and blue, but I still haven't seen anybody else around. I wonder where they are. I follow the perimeter of the garden, then come to a second building similar in style to the ryokan. This must be where the dining room is. That's what my nose is telling me. I let myself inside and remove my shoes at the front door. I step into a pair of indoor sandals and begin my search. I make my way through the corridors, turning this way and that way until I come before a set of sliding doors. The aroma I've been following is stronger here than anyone else. I think this is it. Pardon me! I start open the door and then... I blink, taken aback. This room is much warmer and muggier than the other rooms in the ryokan. The interior decor is a little different too. The floor is wooden, not tatami, and it's cranked with countertops and electrical appliances. There are no chairs and no tables, unless you count the large table situated in the middle of the room. This isn't a communal dining area, it's not big enough, for a start. This must be a kitchen. The sink is, at least if you are there you can ask for directions. The sink is piled high with dishes and saucepans, and soapy suds flit about the room. Various ingredients are strewn upon the table, a bag of miso powder among them. A cutting board is laid out, a few remnants of chopped green onion and ginger still stuck to it. There's an old-fashioned gas plate resting upon one of the countertops. A kettle sits upon one ring, boiling away, while the stainless steel saucepan rests on the other. Hello? And sitting by the saucepan, an apron wrapped about her middle, is Hifumi. She's the only person in the kitchen. I can't see another staff. Is she really taking care of the breakfast preparations? On her own. Hifumi, what are you doing in here? Oh, Hiroki. Hifumi smiles. If she's at all surprised to see me, she doesn't show it. Her mild expression makes it almost like she was waiting for me. It's nice to see you awake so early. I was afraid you might be tired after the events of last night. How are you faring, dear? I'm doing well enough, but what about you? We're in the kitchen. I thought you were a guest. I am a guest, but I rather enjoy cooking. It relaxes me. When I heard that this ryokan was understaffed, I offered a helping hand. I thought it would be fun. This place is understaffed. Oh yeah, the head chef came down with a nasty fever at the start of this week. The staff were quite teasy about it. And how did you find out about that? One of the waitresses told me about it at breakfast, when I first checked in 5 days ago. The meal was delayed, and the food we were served was of subpar quality. The poor waitress was very apologetic. She bowed so much she almost knocked her head against my table. Wow. I was afraid she had to put too much strain upon herself. The poor thing. I couldn't stand by and do nothing. I asked if I could work in the kitchen, if I needed the extra hands. The waitress tried to demur. Oh no, she said. I couldn't possibly impose on you like that. But I insisted. I talked my way into a position as a temporary chef just for a while. You understand, when the head chef has regained his strength, I will step aside. I see. Can I have some of that? I'm really actually hungry right now. Actually, whenever there is food involved in the game, I get hungry. That's not, yeah, always. I guess that explains what Hifumi is doing here, but... And what about the rest of the stuff? They're busy preparing the dining room. I told them I didn't need any help here. I've done most of the work already. You're welcome to stay if you want, Hiroki. You can keep me company. Are you sure that's okay? I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm sure it will be fine. Nobody needs to know that you've been here. I promise I won't tell. You know, secret between the two of us. Yui raises her index finger to her lips, in a way that makes my heart tooth. This kitchen is quite lonely and I would appreciate having someone to talk to while I walk. And you can give me useful feedback too. What sort of feedback? You can tell me how my miso soup tastes. Hifumi scoops a bit of miso soup up in a ceramic spoon and holds it up to me. The liquid shimmers in the sunlight like liquid amber. I can see a small bite-sized lump of tofu lying on that spoon, soaked in soup. There's a few curlicues of spring onion too. My stomach, desperate for food, does a somersault inside my body. I'm so hungry. Hifumi's food doesn't just smell good, it looks good too. I can't resist when she holds it out to me like that. Alright, thanks for the food. I duck my head and open my mouth. Hifumi brings the spoon to my lips and I slurp her miso. Please don't slurp her miso soup obediently. Please don't make noises when you eat food. So, Hifumi smiles sweetly, still holding the spoon left. What do you think of my soup? Is it good? I hold the soup in my mouth for a few moments, savoring it. Who does that? It soaks into my tongue, filling my sense with rich and subtle flavors. 5 seconds pass before I can finally bring myself to swallow. What is wrong with you? The soup slides down my throat and seals my stomach, warming me from within. I sigh, satisfied. I only had a little bit of Hifumi's soup, but that was more than enough to gauge her skills. Her cooking ability is without peer. I wouldn't be hyperbolic to say that was the best meal I've ever had in my life. Your cooking is almost as good as my other. Let's go number 1. That was the best miso soup I've had in my life. I've never had actual miso soups. My, I do really think so. I don't just think so, I know so. The blend of flavors was exquisite and the tofu really adds to it. I thought my mom's piece was good, but yours is better even than hers. You are incredible. Oh goodness, that is quite the compliment. I'm not sure if my humble miso soup deserves such praise, but thank you, Hiroki. I appreciate your kindness. Okay, I'm not just being kind here. Your cooking is out of this world. Which makes sense. What did you do to... I mean... What did you use to make this soup anyway? Food? Oh, nothing special. I added some finely chopped tofu and green onions. But the secret ingredient is... love. Love. Yes, indeed. Whenever I cook, I try to picture people who will eat it. If possible, I would like it if my food could make them smile. I think that is what makes my food taste good. I see, I see. And who do you usually think of when you cook? Now that is an interesting question. Sometimes I think of Marina, or of my cute little sisters. I even think from time to time of my fans. But this morning, while I was cooking, there was one person whose face kept surfacing to my mind over and over again. And that was? You don't know? Even with eyes crinkling the corners. It was you. Me. This miso soup was made just for you, so I hope you eat a lot of it at breakfast. Devour my food and think of me the whole while. I mean, true stomach to heart, right? There is that saying. Nothing in this world would bring me more joy. After my brief tete-a-tete, whatever that means, with Hifumi in the kitchen, I make my way to the dining room. Marina, I and Cosmos must have woken up already, because I find the three of them there dressed and waiting for the breakfast. Once the food is served and we've eaten our fills, I decide to go for a walk through the garden. I like being with Cosmos. I and Marina, mostly with Cosmos, but sometimes it's nice to be on my own. There's nobody else in the garden, which means there's nobody to disturb me. Oh, I breathe in the clean mountain air and luxuriate in the simple stretching of my legs. It sure is nice to get away from the city. I have to make the most of these days. Come next week, I'll be back to the daily grind, but okay. I bet my boss will inundate me with work the moment I get back to the office. I have a headache just thinking about it. Understandable, really. I can't believe this. I've finally gotten away from my boss, but I can't stop thinking about him. He's infiltrated my mind! Sit down bench, overlooking an ornamental pond, and let my fingers fist in my hair. Why can't I just relax? I don't want to go back to work just yet. I don't even want to think about work. I guess I've got to stick with my job for now, though. I've always liked photography. It was my hobby as a teen. That's why I decided to become a photographer at Sakura Daily. Am I the only one that is thinking, why is this not a Sakura game yet? Sakura Daily News. Sakura Daily newspaper. Where you date cute girls working for newspaper. Oh. Well, if they haven't thought of that, I guess I just have given them a new idea for one of the next games. People say you should try to get a job in a field you like. Yeah, easier said than done. That way, I mean, maybe not. I mean, it is when you realize it too late. That way you never have to work a day in your life. Oh. Foolishly, I believed them. While I still enjoy photography, my passion for it is starting to wane. It's hard to stay enthused about something when it becomes an obligation. And it's even harder to enjoy said obligation when you have an angry boss breathing down your neck. Who is me? At least I can stay here for a few more days. I'll just kick back and take it easy. You will not take it easy, man. Beep beep. So I assume mobile phone? My phone's buzzing. I wonder who that is. With any luck, it will be Marina asking me if we can meet up, or maybe parents asking for the latest news. My life. I have a pretty bad feeling about this phone. I know exactly who it would be, even before I slide my phone in my pocket. Of course, it's... that bastard! My boss knew I was going away for a week. I even asked him not to contact me unless it was an emergency. And here he is, sending me more messages. I bet it's all emergency. All. What does he want? I scroll through his messages quickly. It's long and rambling, like always, but it essentially boils down to this. He has a new job lined up for me already. Huh? My boss wants me to take some photos of an up-and-coming sports star for an article when I get back to Tokyo. He's providing me some details about her, such as her name, age, and accomplishments. Hazel Williams. Is it? Hazel? Her name sounds vaguely familiar. I think she's a tennis player. My dad's pretty fond of tennis and he likes to tell me about it whenever I go and see him. I'm not invested in tennis, of course, or sports in general. Maybe a few of them. But I guess I'd better ram up some interest if I'm to meet this Hazel girl. Really for Hazel Williams? That doesn't sound like a very Japanese name. Was she really born in this country? Apparently so, according to my boss's message. She represented Japan in some national tennis tournament, so she must be part Japanese at least. Maybe her dad is some American? Or maybe... No, I mean the name is Williams, so... I wonder what she looks like. Search engine. My boss has sent me a few links to various MyTube videos. I guess this must be footage of Hazel. Oh. So basically, videos, my videos from the future, where she already is there. Or something like this. I'm taking a vacation, but it can't hurt to check a few of these videos out. If I'm going to photograph this girl, I need to know what she looks like beforehand. Watching her play might give me a few days for potential poses too. When you photograph celebs, particularly sporting stars, dual and starting poses are no-go. Action shots are where it's all at. Let's see here. I open the link to one of my MyTube videos and wait for it to load. The Wi-Fi around here is pretty spotty, so it takes a while. You could use your own data, I guess. The video loads for a good 2 minutes. Funk. She cute, by the way. Yes. A ribbon in hair. Additional point. But when finally starts, my attention is completely captured. Same. The Hazel Williams in this short clip is a well-proportioned woman with a tan complexion. Her hair is pulled back into a ponytail and she's wearing a striped shirt and a cute pleated skirt. She grips a tennis racket in one hand, technically in both. Her face is a mask of concentration. The opponent, a mousy-haired woman of little notes, hits the ball across the net, yeah. Hazel watches its trajectory, her eyes keen like a hawk. Then she strikes. She dashes forth, the power of muscles in her thighs rippling as she returns the ball to the other side of the court. Her opponent tries to parry, but she's too slow. She can't make it in time. And that's game to Williams. She's again the change. Williams wins with a score of 6-2. Williams wins. I repeat, Williams wins in case you haven't heard. Alright. Hazel drops her racket. She turns to the camera and beams brightly, despite the exhaustion evident on her brow. She smiles a large stuffy grin, her face flushed and sweaty, and strikes a victory pose. I did it! I won! Her enthusiasm is infectious, even from the other side of the screen. It's funny that it actually doesn't look like a court, but like a training ground. Those are usually in sorts of cages. Yes, I know, because where I played football, there were also, in the same area basically, a tennis club. So it was like this. And they were caged. Funnily enough, I guess I will say it, whatever. Let's take a break from game for a second. When we played games on the pitch, which was not the best quality, but this was not the main pitch basically of the club, and it was located next to those cages. So let's say we were in the lead, and we needed, let's say, to play on time. You could count on someone to kick the ball into those cages. And if someone was not there, well, it sure would take some time to get the ball back. Anyway, back to the game. This video was uploaded 18 hours ago, so I guess this must be footage from a tournament yesterday. The furore is already over and done with, but I feel excited simply watching Hazel. I understand. She's so cute and bubbly, it's hard not to root for her. You know what? I think she might be my competition for Cosmos. At least, look-wise at the moment. Also interesting shoes. With a heart at the bottom. Nice. Anyway. We'll see. She's pretty impressive. I wonder what the comments say. I don't usually bother trolling through the comments on my tube. I do. For the internet's anonymity can be a blessing. At other times it can be a curse. Depends on your mentality, really. People seem particularly quick to show the worst sides of themselves on the comment sections. Like my tube. If I had 100 yen for every time I've seen my two comment sections descend to chaos and anarchy, I'd be richer than Marina. Probably. To my relief, however, I find this comment section is relatively tame. Most of the replies are supportive of Hazel, if a little lecherous. Hazel really is adorable. Her funk is to die for. Her thighs are even more thick than a strawberry milkshake. What a goddess! That was not from that well-known case. It's thick like an oatmeal, right? For such a young athlete, her form is excellent. You can tell she practices a lot. She's always so cheerful. Watching her never fails to make me happy. She's the pride and joy of Japan. We all love you, Hazel. What? I wouldn't need for her to crush me to death between those thighs of hers. Yeah. One of the few perfect deaths. Did any of you guys know that she's a lesbian? I saw an article about it online. There are pics of her kissing another woman. I just wish that was me. Hey guys, I'm out of my mind. Oriska is not wearing any panties. Pause the video at 27 seconds and take a look. This could be a big... if true. I don't think it's true. Or if it is, probably... what are they called? What are they called? God damn it. The sports pants. What are they called, like? I don't remember now. No, those... no. But yeah, sports pants, basically. No panties, huh? Yes, because sports pants. I bet it's that. I bet it's that. But I doubt that's true. There's no way an up-and-coming athlete like Hazel Williams would be able to play public televised match commando. But her tanned, sweaty thighs are very appealing. I wouldn't mind seeing a little more of her if you catch my drift. I bet you do. Or maybe not sports pants. Because actually they are longer. I think. I mean, at least the ones I have. Because I, of course, run in those. And normal shorts on them. I would not be able to go only in those. It's kinda creepy when people run only in those, to be honest. I follow the instructions of that one unscrupulous movement and start the video at 0.27. Then I stare at my screen, my eyes narrowed like with laser-like focus. I think I see a flash of something flesh color beneath the pleats of her short white skirt, but it's so blurry I can't really tell. God damn it, people, don't record in 360p, go higher. Maybe she's just wearing skin color undies, that must be it. Oh, that's also an option. Now I feel dumb for getting my hopes up. Well, duh. Why do you even want to look at Hazel's What? Why would you not? It's not like you're so desperate you need to lust after every pretty girl. You already have Ayu, Cosmos, Marina, and probably someone else. Isn't enough? Enough! Besides, if this other comment is to believe, Hazel doesn't even like men. Well, hey, it's a comment, you know. I wonder if Shirley is a lesbian. I guess it could all be her say. Exactly. I could always look it up online, and the supposed photo of her kissing another woman, but I said to leave off for now. I've wasted enough time scrutinizing the pixels of this tournament footage. Seriously, it's 2020. If it's on official video, why isn't it in proper resolution? Even I can make 1080p. Actually, I think I could go 4K, but if I were to render this, it would take ages. Lesbian or not, she seems like an interesting woman. I think I'd like to meet her. Photographing her sounds like fun. I type out a quick reply to my boss email. I would consider sending a message to my dad too. Let's not do that. Being a huge tennis nut, I bet he'd be able to provide me with ample information about Hazel. Okay, let's do that. He'd probably be excited too, to know that I have a shot of photographing her. But in the end, I decide against it. I can tell him later. Right now, I think I'd rather go back to my room and relax. I rise from the bench and stretch, raise my arms above my head. My body feels tense, my shoulders stiff. I always get like this when I have to talk to my boss, even over email. Hey, at least it's not fax. Japan. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they still use faxes. I don't understand why. He's so demanding. I want to relax more, darn it. I turn red to leave the garden behind me, but... Hello. Best girl appeared. Oof! Yeah! I smack into something very soft and squishy, like 2 loaves of freshly baked bread. Hiroki? It looks like I'm pressed up against Cosmos with nary an inch of space between us. I must have bumped into her, and by the sound of it, it was with some degree of strength. Are you alright? I didn't hurt you, did I?
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
My chest absorbed most of the impact. They're kind of like airbags, you see.
Right. I don't know if that's a mental image I really needed, but I'm glad everything seems to be okay. I'd hate to give my cute girlfriend any bumps or bruises, even accidentally.
Thank you for being so considerate, Fall. You truly are the best boyfriend a girl could have.
With a cute girlish giggle, Cosmos nuzzles closer to me. She smells pretty good, and she feels good too. Though our embrace was of a rather sudden nature, I might be enjoying this a bit too much. What are you talking about? I should probably put a stop to things before I get too out of hand. I love you too, but could you give me a bit of air? If anybody sees us out here, we might get in trouble. What are you? You're a couple, man!
Oh, yeah, you're quite right. I'm sorry. I was so happy to see you. I simply couldn't help myself. Perhaps I acted a bit too forward.
Cosmos takes a step back, smiling shyly.
When I'm with you, I sometimes forget that I'm a succubus.
Oh.
I was drawn to you because of your unique scent, which is like honey to a Succubi, but you treat me with much more kindness than anybody else has. When we're together, I feel like I really am your girlfriend.
Dude. Like, she's the one in Sakura Succubus. She's the one. I don't care.
My face starts to turn red, and my heart flutters in my chest. I get all excited and then, well...
Cosmos' smile takes on a rueful tinge.
I forget myself. We Succubi aren't humans. Though we may look human, we're a lot stronger than your kind. If I'd started clinging to you, I could have hurt you. And if that happened, I'd never have forgiven myself. And I bet Marie and I would ever forgive me either. I love you a lot too.
Whatever. I'm not so sure about that. I know Marine and I are fond of me, however much I tries to pretend otherwise, but I don't know if they love me in the traditional sense. Yeah. Sort of. Marina seems to like me as a pet, whereas I... who knows what's going on with that girl? She's so tempestuous and flighty, I doubt even she fully understands her own feelings.
Hey, Hiroki!
Cosmos peers at me.
Are you alright? You looked deep in thought about something.
Kind of, I guess.
Is it about work?
Oh, yeah, how do you know?
I was walking through the garden, taking some pretty photographs. I mean, taking.
Why did I say talking? Of course she was. Being a rapids-bound star with millions of followers, Cosmos takes photos of almost everything. She's even crazier about photography than I am.
When I saw you sitting on the bench, you were looking at your phone and your brow was creased. That's the look you always wear when your boss messages you, so I figured it was work-related.
Wow. Okay, you can tell she really cares if she's able to recognize that.
Phew!
I whistle. Oh, that was whistling. Okay. That's some good guesswork. You're like a regular detective.
No, I'm not. I'm not smart enough.
And who told you that?
The rest of my sister says I'm stupid. I in particular. I think she has a point.
Ayu is that stupid one, to be honest. I mean, given how she acts and so on.
I'm slow. It's hard for me to learn new things. I could never memorize dance steps like Ayu, or work in business like Marina. I'm not clever at all.
I was actually able to memorize dance steps in the classical dances. I don't know why. I am unable to memorize lyrics for completely nothing. Anyway, but you figured out how I was feeling and what was wrong with me all from a glance. You might disagree with me, but I think that's pretty clever.
It's not. I can tell how it's because we spend a lot of time together. It's because I'm your girlfriend. I used to be a bad at understanding emotions too. You always said I had trouble reading the atmosphere, whatever it is. I thought maybe I was defective Succubus. I didn't understand humans or myself. I didn't know what my purpose was. But I think I've gotten better at all this after being with you. You helped me understand nice feelings like love and happiness, but also dark negative feelings like jealousy and loneliness. I've never really experienced those things until now. It's all new for me, but...
Cosmos rests a hand against her breast, just above her heart.
I cherish each and every one of them. Thank you, Hiroki, for helping me. You have done more for me than you can imagine. So, if possible, I would like to lend an ear for your worries too. I want to be with you, if you don't mind.
Cosmos looks so utterly adorable, my heart larges. She's so sweet, it should be illegal! Cosmos.
Yes, Hiroki.
You do more than enough for me already.
But...
Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. I have Maria and Ayo, and you too. You're all very precious to me. I cup Cosmos' cheek in my hand, then dip my head. My lips meet hers for a brief, gentle gaze, which she sighs into.
Hiroki!
She smiles tremulously.
I love you.
And I love you too. I love you loads.
How much is loads exactly?
I can't quantify it.
Can't try. Numbers make things easier to understand.
Well, Well, emotions don't really work like that. They are not always logical, but well, let's see. I love you more than there are stars in space. How's that?
Oh, you!
Cosmos shakes her head. I don't think she entirely believes this bold claim, but the smile on her lips still doesn't waver.
That can be true. There are billions and billions and billions of stars in space. I don't think there's the bit you love anybody that much.
I can.
You're flattering me.
Course I am, but is there a problem with that? I'm your boyfriend after all.
Hiroki! Thank you.
Cosmos winds her arm around mine and I escort her to the bench where I sat before. We both sink down upon it, Cosmos shivering as the cool stone presses against her bare thighs. Cosmos lets her head fall against my shoulder, a few loose strands of her cyan hair tickle my nose. She's so close to me I can smell her shampoo, it's very sweet, like strawberries. Everything about Cosmos is sweet. It's no wonder she's so popular. That was not needed remark really. She has a huge amount of male fans, so we have to be careful when we are together. If anybody knew I was dating Cosmos, my life wouldn't be worth living. What are you talking about? You can do it! Back in Tokyo, the two of us had to be very careful whenever we went out on dates. But now we're in the countryside, we can afford to throw caution to the wind. It's nice to sit with Cosmos alone and enjoy the moment. I know I won't get a chance to do this when I leave the ryokan. I need to make the most of my time while I can.
Hiroki.
Cosmos looks at me, her heart-shaped face tilted askance.
Are you still thinking about work?
You got me, sorry about that. I know I came here to unwind, but it's harder than it seems.
It's alright, I understand. I'm finding it hard to relax too.
You are. Cosmos shifts on the bench, perhaps trying to get comfy. She nuzzles her cheek against my shoulder and sighs.
Since I'm an international celebrity, I always have to work. I can never take any time away, or my fans will get restless. I want to relax too, and spend time with you. But I have to upload new photographs to my Rapid Panda account every day. That's why I've been taking a lot of pictures. I'm appreciative of my fans, of course. It's because of them that I'm able to continue manifesting in the human world. Without their love and support, I wouldn't have the strength to keep going. But they can be quite demanding. It's hard satisfying the expectation of all these people. Sometimes I think it would be easier to give all this fame up. I never really wanted to be famous anyway. But if I did, I wouldn't be able to stay in the human realm, and I wouldn't be able to spend time with you. It's a dilemma.
Man, that sounds hard. I never knew you had it so rough. I thought like e-girls had pretty cushy lives, all things considered, but I suppose even they have worries, maybe? I can tell Cosmos is giving her job her all. She wants to satisfy all of her fans. Okay. But she has over 1 million of them. In that sense, it's almost like she has over 1 million bosses. They are all pulling her in different directions, demanding new content on the daily, and Cosmos is doing her best to make them happy. But it's not supposed to satisfy everyone. Well, the best. Hang in there! I put Cosmos' slender body close to mine and twined her arm about her shoulder. I don't know if I can help in a practical sense, but I'm always here to listen. I'll do my best to ease your stress however I can. I don't want you making yourself sick. You will take good care of yourself, won't you? Cosmos is so spaced out, she's exactly the kind of person who might forget to eat or clean up her house without a bit of prompting.
I'll do my best. But if I fail on that score, would you mind looking after me?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yes, of course I'll look after you, I don't mind a bit. In fact, it will be my pleasure. I kiss Cosmos again, and she sighs against my mouth. Our tongues brush together and I taste her. They always do that! You don't need to talk about saliva, god damn it! Still, I draw my lips away from Cosmos's and smile sheepishly. I'm sure a lot of people would be surprised to know that Succubi have so many concerns. I guess we all have to work to make a living in this world, huh?
That's right. We might be different species, but we're not so very dissimilar. Some we look down on humans, they treat them like lesser beings, our princess included. But I think those Succubi are wrong.
Princess?
You humans are reported to, you don't have the powers we do, but you're all working to make ends meet. I like how tenacious you are, it's admirable. And I think you're admirable too. You might be having a hard time with work, but don't give up! I believe you, Hiroki!
Thanks. I'll do my best to believe in me too. Something like that. I was feeling kind of down after receiving that message from my boss, but this conversation with Cosmos has helped flip my negative feelings around. She's a succubus and I'm a human, but we're both doing our best to achieve our goals. In the past, I stressed over my job on my own. I didn't have a girlfriend or any close friends to confide in. But now I have Cosmos, Ayu, and Marina. I'm not alone. A lot of people are cheering me on, and I don't want to let them down.
Hey, Hiroki, one more thing.
What is it?
Well, I don't want you to think I'm just riffing. It is that you might be my birth, but I don't mind having an open relationship. I know Marina and I love, and I don't want to tear apart from them. They're my sisters too, for we're not related by blood, and I also love them. I would be happy if we could all be happy there, but well, life's right. You should be wary of Hifumi. She's more aggressive than she looks. If you give her a chance, she'll make a move on you. Don't let your guard down, or you could end up her slave.
He's the second person then. Would Hifumi really try to do something like that? She seems so nice. That's sneaky little one.
She might seem nice, but looks can be deceiving. You should be careful. Hiroki, with that woman around, you might be in danger. Don't be taken by her sweet facade. You have to keep in mind that she's an actress. And she's much better at hiding her true intentions than I am.
I mean, Ayu is terrible at hiding her intentions, to be honest. And so on. Despite Cosmos' warning, the rest of my day passes without event. I don't see Hifumi for the whole evening. If Hifumi does want to make me her slave, she sure is playing the long game. Does she really want that for? It seems out of character coming from such a mild-mannered woman. I can imagine Hifumi playing the role of a dominatrix. You can't? You know what? I can. But that role is far better suited for Marina. Is it for... I mean, she's kinky, but... I think she's not overkilling it. Well, whatever Hifumi has, a dark side or not, it seems my time at this ryokan will be more interesting than I anticipated. Maybe. We'll find out in the next episode. Yes. Yeah, we'll find out what's going to happen. I mean... we have 2 new girls, that's for sure. Does it mean like 5 endings? That's a lot. Or maybe there will... I don't know, we'll find out sooner or later. For now, let's end it here. Hope you enjoyed and have a great day. Bye bye.